And we are underway. Our referee, Gabriel Martins. Ruotolo, of course, has got the blue ankle band on. Kody Steele with the red. 170-pound match. Interesting to see how Ty has gradually moved up in the weight classes, Shanji. Of course, ADCC, where he really had that standout performance. It's just over a year ago, he competed at 66 kilos. That's about 146 pounds.
Yeah, you know, he's 17 years old. They're going to get the spur. We can already see the Atos, you know, clinch there, you know, pulling the head down. You can see, like, you know, Andre and all those guys go right into the head. Yeah, but, you know, 17 years old, just like me. When I was 16, I was like a little, you know, just a little piece of wood, and then I got a little heavier.
Got a lot heavier. Well, who knows in which weight category Ty will end up. You never know, Shanji. Maybe one day you'll see him in your weight category.
Well, good thing I'll be retired by then.
But as they hand fight here, you know, you mentioned it earlier in our little pre-show as we were analyzing these matches. You mentioned Kody style wrestle jitsu. What do you really mean by that, Shanji?
He calls that. I'm just actually helping him out, and like, you know, he just like to wrestle, grapples, and be on the top. Super strong. I like the way he moves. You can see he's active on his hand fighting. I'm just impressed that actually Ty wants to stand up a little bit.
Nice use of the foot sweep attempts there, and a shot as well from Ruotolo. Definitely, as you said, not afraid to mix it up in the wrestling. And now we talked a lot about Ty, his long arms. Everybody knows that he's got a killer Darce choke. Now it's interesting to note we haven't seen Steele shoot yet.
Well, like we mentioned, you know, I don't think Kody gonna just shoot. You know, I think he's gonna try to be very conservative about it. I would say he's going to try to do more a Greco-Roman style
like
clinch.
We saw there, that little knee tap and the kind of taking his opponent down without sacrificing or without putting his neck in jeopardy.
Exactly. I don't see him doing like a freestyle wrestling or college wrestling style shoot. I would see him more try to tire Ty a little bit and try to use more Greco, more hand fighting, more Russian ties.
Upper body ties,
yeah. I would see that strategy playing out.
And we've seen Steele, oh, there's a nice shot, but with the head in the middle, important to note, not putting it off to the side.
Yeah, it's like a bull, they call it the bull double, a blast double. Again, not exposing single legs and things like this.
Look at the use of it. You mentioned it as well. That very high collar tie, the hand on the crown of the head, and really put it down. There's a takedown from Ruotolo.
That was impressive.
Of course, bothering the posture of Steele, constantly looking to pull his head down, and then that reaction allowed him to get the match to the mat. And that was a significant takedown.
Yeah, I don't think Kody expected Ty to bring that. And you can see that right hand of Ty reaching for the Darce. I can see a little body lock happening there. See, he's looking for that.
Yeah, you'd have to think even from that half guard position there that Steele was on bottom, you just absolutely would not go for the underhook, right?
No, it's a bad idea.
Nice use of the framing here from bottom from Steele. Steele, originally from Port Angeles, Washington.
Action there. See a little.
Oh, hand on the face from Ruotolo.
Maybe he's taking from his brother. You know, his brother just won the combat jiu-jitsu event. Maybe he's trying to use some of those skills too. Like, I like how Ty's try to keep the way forward. You know, he's off his knees because definitely Kody gonna try to maybe push and come up to the top.
Not really seeing any sweep attempts here from Steele on bottom yet. You think that he'll just try and fight his way back to his feet?
Yeah, I think he needs to be concerned about a couple of things, you know, like a jumping guillotine, some sort of situation like that. That's why I think he's going to prefer to play this butterfly game. He's trying to do some arm bars from there.
Yeah, Steele is now an Austin resident. He's pretty much a local around these parts, and a Who's Number One veteran. Has 2 matches on Who's Number One. Most recently had that barn burner against Dante Leon just at the last event here, and that really was one of our favorite matches of the year. But look at that, little guard passing attempt here from Ruotolo, switching sides. Still working here, nice knee slide.
Nice combination. See, he doesn't, you know, he passed momentarily, but he's not really struggling that physical fight.
Very interesting. Look at Ruotolo.
Nice.
He doesn't take his
That was
foot off the
beautiful.
gas.
Yeah. And seeing Kody is gonna sap the pass. He's not gonna try to turn on his knees and try to escape from there. I think he's gonna have to position himself in a way that doesn't expose his arms.
You think it's actually safer for him to stay flat on his back on bottom than it is to turn to his
not
side?
letting Ty just ride him the way he's doing right now. That takes your your morale a little bit. But you can see that Ty always plays with that, like kind of gives you some space to escape, but not so much. And he's keep moving. Now he's back into his mother hand.
That is a very interesting tactic. Of course, not a submission, but it is one of those techniques that annoys you and it takes your attention away from somewhere else, right?
Yeah.
It's like the little trick to kind of look at this while I'm doing my hand, while the magician he does something with his other hand. You miss what's happening.
Yeah, I can see Kody is getting a little frustrated. He's pretty passive on the bottom. He's trying to use his shield a little bit, but he's not staying elegant. That's why Ty is able to, control his head.
What do you mean by stay elegant?
Stay elegant is a command that I call when you just extend your body and stay aligned with your opponent. Just staying elegant, like body extension, shoulder escape. Very important. If you're using the shield, you have to stay extended. Otherwise, the guy gonna put pressure and control your head, and then you're in trouble.
Speaking of pressure, look at this. The Ty just constantly moving. That guard passing sequence that originally scored him the side control. A constant movement from side to side. And here, once again, he's just always working. He never settles into position.
Nah, never. And I like how he's turning his body to put pressure on Kody's frames. I just wonder how long Kody gonna be able to frame Ty without getting tired. It's gotta be frustrating for Kody right now because Ty just passes and it seems like he passes and comes back to the guard and then passes again to try to make him turn. And we can see clearly a little bit of Ty's strategy is to make Kody turn. Sometimes he does position himself in mobilization positions to maybe have Kody move, but Cody's not moving.
Once again, the hand on the face or over the mouth that will disrupt the breathing pattern of Kody Steele. And they're now using that reaction.
See, he exploded it to get out. He doesn't have any business underneath the Ty right there.
We are right at the halfway mark of this 15-minute match. 7.5 minutes in, 7.5 minutes to go, and so far, on the ground, well, it's been pretty clear. Ruotolo has just been relentless with his attacks.
Yeah, I would like to see him maybe change his strategy and take them out. Take them out, work Americanas and gift wraps, maybe a top triangle. We'll see. See how he's turning his hip towards his face. I love that switch, man. It is so important when someone. What?
Well, there is a nice recovery there into the deep half, trying to go out, but there is the danger, isn't it? As soon as Steele gets up to his knees, it's no secret the Ruotolo is going to be on that neck. But back to their feet.
Whoa.
Huge throw by there from Ruotolo. Showing some pretty good wrestling, I gotta say, Shanji. Are you surprised?
Oh, I'm very surprised. Also, you gotta take in consideration that you don't score points or takedowns. So usually, when the people fight, submission only without takedown points, you tend to be a little more unaware of certain things. But I'm really impressed. That says a lot about Ty, how's his evolution. He's mixing, single, amazing. Ties, foot sweeps, Russian ties, neck ties, beautiful, beautiful. It's amazing to watch this kid. I've watched this kid since he's like, 8, 7, growing up to be a man. And manhandling Kody, that's actually something that I didn't expect.
Ruotolo, only 17 years of age, and yet he is the number 2 ranked 170-pound no-gi grappler in the FloGrappling no-gi rankings, whereas Kody Steele right down at number 9. I mean, this is a big opportunity for Steele because he's been floating in the no-gi rankings for a little while, and of course, every time he gets in a match, he's always amazing to watch, but he wants to get a big win over a highly ranked opponent to elevate himself, to get up that ranking. Ruotolo could be that name, but with about 5.5 minutes remaining, so far, you have to think if you're a judge, you clearly score this one for Ruotolo.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And another good shoot from Ty. Little star defense.
So right on the edge of bounds here. Now, it depends if our referee, Gabriel Martins, if he can recreate the position without too much question, then we will restart. But if it was in the middle of a scramble, then you'll see these guys go back up to neutral, reset. But Martins feels confident that he knows where they landed, and this is where we'll restart.
Oh, body lock there. Straight to mount. Andre's calling straight to mount. I like that strategy too.
Yeah, this is the thing about this quiet, closed door room. You have the judges, you have the coaches right next to the mat. And Andre Galvao and Ty's brother, Kody Ruotolo, literally feet away there. And they're able to communicate directly with their grappler.
Oh, I like how he gets the super hold. Yeah, he's going for the mount. Exactly what I was talking about. You know, maybe change the strategy, attack from the mount. Maybe a S mount arm lock, maybe through a triangle from there. See, he's looking for it.
Beautiful, smooth transition, into the top position here, and very clearly in control. And now, Steele is slowed down a bit.
Yeah, definitely. You know, it's got to be frustrating. He couldn't get nothing really offensive. Even the wrestling game, which is his #1 game, he ended up being taken down, and that takes a lot out of you, your emotional and your ability to come back from this frustration.
Man, look at this. You
And
see Ruotolo
yeah,
really...
he's suffocating him.
And using the forearm on the neck as well. Now, it's very difficult to force a tap there, but it is... it takes that power bar down. It just takes the energy out of your opponent, right?
And gets you a little, you know, angry. Well, I see the triangle.
Going for the mounted triangle, but Steele out the back door.
Oh.
Scrambling up onto the top position for the first time on the mat so far. Now we'll see. First time in this match so far that we've seen Ruotolo on his back and Steele on top. Steele taking a big, deep breath of air on that restart. He's got just under 4 minutes left in this match, and well, you have to think the pressure is now on. That he definitely needs to get busy.
Yeah, I think Ty is gonna work the leg lock, 50-50 game from there. Yeah, to get it on the top already.
And that was a pretty easy sweep stroke reversal there for Ty Ruotolo. And now using that beautiful transition of the passing. It really is a very unique thing that we didn't really see too much of. I mean, we would see the occasional stomp pass in jiu-jitsu, but something that the Ruotolo brothers have been so good at pioneering is this use of stepping on their opponent's legs.
Yeah, the first guy that I saw doing something similar was Leo Vieira. He has always done things similar, but with them, oh, that was a nice roll for the back.
Trying to roll through. We'll see if Kody Steele can flip this position, but right now Ty is getting closer and closer to coming out the back door. But now look at this. Steele's on a leg.
But he's almost getting an angle. He may have a good angle there. The thigh is already on his side.
Oh, and we see this Ruotolo answering back with a heel hook of his own.
Going for it.
Going for the inside heel hook here. About 2.5 minutes remaining, and there is the finish.
Yeah.
Ty Ruotolo with the heel hook finish.
Amazing.
Amazing. It was in that leg lock exchange. Steele was looking for an attack of his own, and Ruotolo was able to flip it and to get that submission here. The heel hook win in our opening match of the night. Let's take it away to the official result.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner, Ty Ruotolo.